gen on September 4th and, you know, collect cards, keep going on your progressions, and then migrate over to the next gen, and you get everything that you did. Your progression, your cards, your My Points, your VC, and your tokens all carry over to next gen.
Yeah, I know one thing the community was absolutely asking for is that sense of progression and putting in that time and having it pay off between generations.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Payday.
Well,
a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And for the Nets, they've got Harris. Allen is out there with Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point. Now here's LeVert. Following the miss by Kevin Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen passes to Thomas. Out to Harris. Now here's LeVert. Not a lot of room. And Garland comes to help. Allen for 3. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Allen's got the game going here with the first basket for Brooklyn. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And Harris drops them both. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Chiozza's shot is good.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
To the inside. And Love with the basket on the assist by Garland.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Chiozza, no good. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Allen left side. Over Drummond. Love grabs the board.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Osman kicks to Drummond. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. For 3, Harris. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. Garland dishes to Drummond. The open look here for Sexton. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Nets leading by 6. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Bobbed up there for Love. Drummond trying to get himself free. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Chiozza passes to Allen. And here's Harris from the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. Mark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journey.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Love dishes to Garland. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Sexton, he's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. Right around 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
And a wide open look for Porter. That falls. Great assist by Love.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And the pass to Garland. Feeds it to Drummond. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Porter against Harris. Here's Temple. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Garland. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Crawford out there with Johnson. Then it's Garrett Temple, and it's Caruge in at center. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it.
You know, for a team like the Nets, building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Brooklyn leading by 6. To the paint. Here's Llewellyn, covered by Nance. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Mark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development. The investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
I love that dish down low.
Pass to Johnson. Crawford outside. Here's Caruge. Takes the turnaround Jay. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Garland. Here's Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Musa, he's checked in for Rodion's Kurucs.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The fourth pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians, but as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but looks like they're putting it together right now.
It's intercepted. Garland, the pass to Windler. Count it. And now just a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
It's Crawford on the wing. Passes it to Temple. Here's Musa, guarded by Porter on the high post. Musa can't hit.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Here's Windler, guarded by Crawford. Porter dishes to Thompson. Nance with no one around. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Nance has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General Manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Now here's Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
He was all alone on that one. Luwalu's got 8 points.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Your Nets. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
A stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
And that one, good. Porter's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
And here's Harris from the arc. That shot missing. And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a nice 7-point lead. And over Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Joe Harris with a strong contribution so far in this one.
But really, the numbers aren't gaudy. They don't stick out, but his energy and impact does.
Yep, and you know what? He does the dirty work for him. That grit and grind type of work. Always hustling all the time.
Tipping off the second half. Here's John Beeline's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard position.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dog at offensive rebound.
The wide open look here for Garland. And another 3 for Cleveland. Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic,
yes,
outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, and the young fella down in Atlanta. Those 3 guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
Here's Sexton. Sinks the three-pointer. Sexton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Thomas. Nets passing it around. Back to Allen. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Osman. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Garland with the bucket.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Kicks it to Harris. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. It's LeVert on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Thomas. Tries again. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Sexton the pass to Garland. Back to Sexton. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
You know, the timing, the rhythm. I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
It's Allen on the wing. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Love. He's putting up about 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
And there's the pass to Osman. Drummond dishes to Love. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Pass to Thomas. To the middle. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Love leading the way. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Love's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs. Looking to end the run, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And guys, Allen is certainly in the zone. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and when he does that, he'll stay with it. He won't let up.
Right wing, Drummond finds Love. There's Garland. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Over to the wing. Chioza passes to Thomas. Over Love. Just 4 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. There's Chioza. And the 3 off target. Cleveland leading by 6. Inside. There's Garland. And easy 2 points on the layup. Garland's got 10 points here in the second half.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The Nets have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Here's Temple, guarded by Porter. Here's Luwawu, got a piece of it. Right side, Porter. He kicks it to Sexton. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
A dangerous score from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
No good from Luwawu. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lead by 7. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Cavaliers on top, up 5. 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Johnson is out there with Garrett Temple. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Luwawu in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Nance. Offensive rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Cleveland leading by 7. Pass to Sexton. Cleveland moving the ball around. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Down low. Nance in the post. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Sexton. Good on the 3-point shot. Sexton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Here's Temple. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. On the wing, Porter. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
The feed now to Thompson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Passes it to Karouche. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
One-on-one here. Here's Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Earning a trip to the stripe that time. Allen constantly on the move, which makes him hard to guard.
Both teams will make substitutions. And Allen drops them both. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Sexton kicks to Garland. There's the pass to Sexton.
2 minutes to go in game 2.
1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Osman, the pass to Drummond. 5 to shoot. Here's Sexton. That falls. Great assist by Love. And that's 15 points for Colin Sexton. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
And the Nets making a change here. Crawford's checked in.
And that winning mindset Love brings, so valuable, knows his role and plays to his strengths on both ends.
I think he's out of his element in that situation, and credit the defense for shutting him down, locking him up.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Cavaliers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Love.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Garland kicks to Love.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love. Allen right side, and slam dunk by Allen.
And guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
Bell. Some solid defense from Harris. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here to come into an opponent's building and dominate. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
RPM check benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
So that's a great thing to hear.
So Blake, what are you excited to do in my team in NBA 2K21?
Just delve right in. For me, the most fun part about my team is starting fresh, honestly. When you get that new game, you pop it in and you build your team from those bronze, silver, gold tier players and are able to, when you finally get that, you know, the amethyst. It's like gold at that point. So it's just really
Coming right up, the Cavaliers. It's the NBA on 2. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the 1 spot. And for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Holiday in at the 3. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Anytime you get points in transition, you are thrilled. You can see the speed of Sexton on display. Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys, such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Count that one.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, George.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Cedi than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
Here's Oladipo after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Oladipo with the bounce pass. And Holiday kicks to Oladipo. Indiana moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Holiday. The Cavaliers pull it in. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, Greg, you cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Love finds Sexton. The putback. Here's Drummond. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Drummond's got his second bucket.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Outside Holiday. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you. And Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
And the Cavaliers with possession. They've got an 8-0 run. Turner with the steal. And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. Warren dishes to Oladipo. And stolen by Sexton. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The slam dunk by Garland.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And, Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now Sexton, after Victor Oladipo missed from long range. To the inside. Drummond passes to Sexton. Back to Drummond. Stolen by Holiday. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Oladipo.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Cleveland.
Love, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you think about the last few years and the evolution of Kevin Love. He's now become an elite stretch 4, and he's got the green light on a nightly basis to shoot it from distance. Great.
That one is no good.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Holiday surveying the floor. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Yep. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Nance and Thompson are up front. Garland is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
Nance, no good. Pacers trail by 5. Sampson, the pass to Leaf. He dishes it to Sampson. Leaf kicks to McConnell. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. A shot by McConnell, no good. Cleveland leading by 5. To the paint, here's Porter. Lays it up and banks it in.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as a favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Garland. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now, here's McConnell. He's covered closely. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Holiday, left side. Leaf passes to Sampson. Here's Leaf. He's covered by Thompson. The offensive rebound. Outside Holiday. Pass to Sampson. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. By himself. And finished off by Porter.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. T.J. Warren comes in for Jakar Sampson. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And it's sent back by Turner. The tray. Leaf, no good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Sexton, the pass to Windler. Nance outside. Here's Windler. Now Sexton goes to the reverse layup and traps it in. Sexton's got his second bucket of the game to go. Pacers trail by 10. Holiday dishes to Warren. Pass to Holiday. Warren kicks to Sumner. Now here's Warren. He's coming off a 22-point game against Boston.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Bucket is good.
And Colin Sexton is a scorer. It doesn't matter if he's on the interior. This guy is determined to capitalize.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Indiana making some changes. Oladipo comes in for Leaf, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Aaron Holiday. Here's Turner. Warren trying to break loose. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Cleveland leading by 12. Here's Drummond, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Turner finds Brogdon. Now Oladipo. Here's Sumner. Defended by Sexton. Back to Brogdon. Over Sexton. That's good from Brogdon on the assist by Turner.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers on top.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Chicago. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with... And...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. And it's Holiday in at the small forward. That's the Pacers 5. Now, here's Sexton. The wide open look here for Garland. Bangs home the trifecta. Garland's got 11. Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot three-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is evolving and adapting at that size and something to watch.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Here's Drummond, kicks to Garland, to the wing on the left. Sexton, the pass to Love, and he comes up with the deuce. Love's got his first points of the game.
Well, a nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
We can talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Shakar Sampson's checked in for Indiana.
This is what you'd love to see more of from Victor Oladipo, the athleticism to be a factor on the glass.
Love. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Doris among NBA big men, Kevin Love with some of the best hands you'll find in the league.
No doubt, Kevin, and that's going to help in his shooting game, his passing game, and his rebounding game. This is one of the most skilled bigs we've seen in the history of the league.
TJ Leaf's checked in for the Pacers. Aaron Holiday comes in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Leaf. Pass to McConnell. Indiana moving the ball around. Kept alive. The Cavaliers leading by 13. The pass to Thompson. Tipped away. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. It's got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for T.J. McConnell. Larry Nance is checked in for Cleveland. Pass to Holiday. Over Sexton. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Passes to Porter. Dishes it to Nance. Right side, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And for the matchup with the Heat, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 13-point game. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now Holiday, after the missed 3 from Doug McDermott. Fires the 3. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Feeds to Thompson. And it's sent back by Turner.
How about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be better at timing his rejections.
It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Snatched up. Here's Thompson, and he banks in the layup. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player could learn from.
Sumner lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
26 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Thompson dishes to Porter. Back to Thompson, and the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul. 16 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Sinks the triple.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Pass to Sumner. Wide open. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 14. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Hussman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Osman. And the pass to Porter. Corner shot. That's good on the jump shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 16. And for the Pacers, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Outside to Brogdon. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Osman, the pass to Nance. Back to Osman. And again, it's Cleveland. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get. Well, the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Love's checked in for Larry Nance. And Oladipo kicks to Holiday. At the elbow, it's Warren. 5 on the clock. Indiana moving it around. Oladipo outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Warren. Here's the 3. And it's Osman with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And that one's good by Porter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Holiday with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Porter kicks to Osman. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Brogdon the pass to Turner. Brogdon outside. And it's good, 2 points. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Garland the pass to Drummond. And again, it's Cleveland.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Brogdon outside. Porter against Oladipo. Clock at 4. The feed to Warren. Back to Oladipo. Brogdon outside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
That second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Sumner kicks to Leaf. Puts up a three. That one misses. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Drummond.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. 46 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Bell. Here's Zizic. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Shots good by Leaf.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Osman, the pass to Dellavedova. Down low, here's Bell. Lays it up off the glass.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Off target from three-point range. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Dave.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Really progressing, building my collection, really just creating the dream lineup, getting my favorite players throughout the different eras and putting them in a mode and
A spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast location. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. And for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Bamba is out there with Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Colin Sexton. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And the 3 ball is good. Sexton's got 5 points so far.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
And Garland comes to help. Augustine finds Vucevic. They need this. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Inside, Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
And no good that time. So Orlando will take it the other way. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
Now here's Ennis. Defense right on him. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Garland. Rebound by the Magic.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Fournier. That one doesn't go. And Cleveland will come the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that. Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Garland, the pass to Drummond, and they pick up 2. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play in for the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
Ennis, good. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They lead by 4.
Well, if Kevin Love gets that deep and has that kind of room, he's going to make sure of it with the jam.
Fournier passes to Bamba. Deflects the pass. Fournier dishes to Bamba. From 11 feet away, keeps it alive, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And it's good for 2. Fournier's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Sexton, nice D from Fournier. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Cavaliers lead by 2. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the 2nd quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Fultz. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Fultz has got his first points of the night.
And Fultz loves pushing the pace. He's downright terrifying in the open floor. Loves jumping all over the defense.
Porter passes to Windler. Back to Porter. The pass to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And for that matchup with the Kings, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Nance with no one around, and it's off the back rim, no good. Orlando leading.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Passes it to Nance. Back to Porter. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the 2nd quarter. Fultz, the pass to Birch. Ross on the wing. Back to Birch. Just 5 to shoot. Porter with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Nance has got his first basket.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Stolen by Garland. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Thompson's got such a good motor and is such a good athlete for a guy his size. Charges into the lane that time.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Make it a distraction.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Windler. Back to Thompson. Sexton kicks to Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here's the fast break, and Bamba leading the way. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And it's a 4-point Magic lead.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Ross, and the jam by Ross.
I really like the awareness from Fultz that has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
Outside, Porter over Gordon. Thompson left side. Ross with the steal, and here again, the Magic in transition. Up the court they go, and finished off by Fultz.
You gotta love how Fultz uses his strength on these tough finishes, elevating up and over the defense and just finishing in traffic.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Terrence Ross. Sexton kicks to Drummond. Looking for Sexton, he gets it there. Out left to the wing. Osman, the pass to Drummond. Here's Love, and that time also a missed shot.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And so it's Orlando ahead by 9. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Some good moments from both teams. And that'll...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Ennis, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010. Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Here's Augustine. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Augustine, right wing. Here's Bamba, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists now tonight. And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016, but just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Now here's Ennis, defended by Sexton. In the corner, Bamba with it. Pocket 6, stolen by Garland. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Poked away. Sexton dishes to Love. Back to Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cleveland moving it around. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now let's take a moment to check out the steals leaders. Third is Andre Drummond.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Outside Fournier. He kicks it to Vucevic. The pass to Augustine. With his first shot attempt, and again it's Orlando converting.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Bamba passes to Vucevic. Over Drummond, and Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Bamba. Vucevic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ken Burks is checked in for Vucevic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Bamba. Ross is checked in for James Ennis. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. And the Magic making a change here. Fultz is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. There's a minute 40 left in the third. There's Porter with the three, drills the three-pointer. Porter's got 7.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And here's Fultz. He's got 7, passes it to Birch. Over Thompson. Birch's shot's good. And the Magic lead by 14.
And how about the vision of Fultz there? He's skilled at getting his teammates going with his passing.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
To the left wing. Carter-Williams feeling it out a bit. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Windler. The kick out to Porter. Tries again. Porter can't get that one to fall. Magic leading by 12. Ross for 3. Nance with the rebound. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harlan with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Nance, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Nine seconds left in the third quarter. To the middle. 4 seconds left. And another miss by Cleveland. It's stolen by Nance. And so it's Orlando. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Windler in at the small forward. Here's Fultz. Pass to Fournier over Nance. Drops it in from 14 feet away. 6 points for Evan Fournier. I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do. Right. Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the three. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Moss, that's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Second shot opportunity. Thompson misses. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Porter dishes to Thompson, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Al Fournier back to Fultz. Pass to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Fournier, and there it is for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
James Ennis will check in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Markelle Fultz.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
And that one drops for him. Garland's got his first bucket of the night.
Really heads up there, a play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
And there's the pass to Vucevic. They get a hand on it. In the corner, Bamba with it. Outside Fournier. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Love kicks to Osman. Lets it go from 14. That one a little long. Magic leading by 17. Passes to Augustine. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists in the game. Osman the pass to Drummond. 2 points. That one goes.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
To the paint. There's Garland. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Here's Fournier. Vucevic finds Bamba. Over Drummond. Ennis. Goes up again. Pass to Augustine. From deep. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Magic lead by 18.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Magic.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Mohamed Bamba.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. And here's Love for 3. Not going to go that time. Orlando, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Ennis uses the glass to finish the layup.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
So both teams making some changes here.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Pass to Frazier from deep. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And Augustine kicks to a 1-2. Back to Augustine. From outside the arc. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. From deep three-point range, off target with that shot. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was, all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Putting them in a mode and progressing my way through and just building. It's just my kind of mode. It's so fun. I'm looking forward to getting started on it.
All right, thanks, Blake. We look forward to catching up with you in 2K21. We'll see you soon.
Thanks. Look forward to it.
A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. And the game arrival sponsored by... And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So the Nets starting 5. They've got Thomas. Also out there, Joe Harris. Jared Allen is out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the point. And for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
And Drummond kicks to Sexton. Love right side. Drummond passes to Garland. Plenty of space. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. And he's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Sexton dishes to Drummond. Back to Sexton. And it's Drummond with the jam.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dog at offensive rebounds.
You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Now, here's LeVert, defended by Sexton. Here's Thomas. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Here's Sexton, makes it off the glass.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Pass to Chioza. Kicks it to Harris. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And that one's good. Osman.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Chioza. It's LeVert on the wing. Harris outside. Will it go? That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here to the left side wing. Here's Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great name. And the Nets making a change here. Rodion Kurucs, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Thomas. Garrett Temple has checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Johnson in for Karis LeVert. And the Nets making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Thompson finds Nance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. The Nets second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Anderson, he's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. He gets it in there.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The pass to Windler. He dishes it to Nance. It's stolen by Johnson. To the inside, Kurucs. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Kurucs has got his second basket of the game.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The wide open look here for Garland. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Down low, 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Nance. Over to the left wing. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oh, he launched that one from way outside. And that's now 6 points for Darius Garland. Here's Temple, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the first one at the line is good. The Nets making a switch here. And both free throws good for Temple. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Cavaliers on top, up 3. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions. Being able to do that, I feel like I'll have the capability to fill in when.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Garland is out there with Porter. And it's Windler in at the 3. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. The shot's good. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Windler. Knocked away. To the paint. Here's Chiozza. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He misses the free throw. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert comes in for Garrett Temple. Good on the second free throw.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Cleveland moving it around. Sexton kicks to Love. Drummond passes to Porter. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
It's Drummond with the drive. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
It's good on the putback. Allen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Ball's knocked loose. Thomas passes to Allen. Launches it. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Inside, stolen by Allen. Here's LeVert, and he dunks it down.
Man, what an athlete. Once he gets ahead of steam, Karis LeVert is impossible to stop. Good luck trying.
Porter kicks to Sexton. Osman, the pass to Drummond. Back to Osman. And he converts the layup. Osman's got his third bucket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the middle, and they're running. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Free throw good, Porter. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And Sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Pass to Sexton. Johnson over to help. And a wide open look for Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Here's Osman. He's got 7. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And Luwawu gets it to go.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Porter kicks to Sexton. Love the pass to Sexton. Chalk up 2 there. Sexton's got 6 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Love. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen.
Early in his career, Love got the stretch 4 label, but he's always rejected it. He prefers to call himself a post player who can shoot.
That free throw missing. So for the Nets, Caruch is checked in for Allen. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Harris. Nets trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Crawford outside. And Temple kicks to Johnson. Here's Crawford. Good D by Thompson.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Love finds Nance. And that one's on target from the wing. Nance has got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs. Brooklyn's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Crawford. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Cleveland leading by 3. To the wing on the left from 15 feet away. Moves back up. And it's laid up and in by Thompson.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Bounce pass Crawford. Luwawu. Here's Caruch. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nets trail by 5. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Thomas is out there with Joe Harris. And there's Jared Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chioza in at the point guard position. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
The shot by Sexton, no good. Here's Chioza. He has 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
And it's Allen slamming it down.
And you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
Now the pass to Sexton. Garland with it. He's got 6. To the inside. Drummond. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Down low. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Thomas.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
To the paint, and the dunk by Love.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Harris, bounce pass. Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
The Cavaliers leading by 3 to the middle, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Jared Allen. 3rd in shooting percentage, 14th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him.
And looking confident. When Nance can hit the jump shot, this offense becomes much more dynamic.
That one falls. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's Sexton. No good on the 3. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. It's a 3-point game. And then Allen slams it in.
And, you know, games like this really boost Allen's confidence. I mean, and that feeds on itself. He'll become more aggressive moving forward as a result.
On the wing, Porter. Garland, the pass to Nance. Inside, it's stolen by Allen. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Back to Levert. For the lead, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Porter outside. They get it back. Drummond fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
1:06 left to play in the 3rd. To the paint. Here's Allen. No good on the shot. Good D by Thompson. Porter passes to Nance. The kick out to Porter. Second chance effort. Here's Windler. And another miss by Cleveland.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looks...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he can't hit the second. And you look at Karis LeVert, Clark out of Michigan, 6'7", and a tremendous athlete.
Kevin, he's one of my favorite players over the last handful of years coming out of college. He had some injury issues his last 2 seasons at Michigan, but he's an excellent two-way player. Outstanding energy and aggressiveness, and makes all kinds of plays at both ends of the floor and plays the game the right way.
Thompson dishes to Porter. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Johnson's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Cavaliers on. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Then it's Porter. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Allen finds Johnson. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in, and it's sent back by Allen. Garland, he's checked in for Porter. And a new group in for the Nets. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Thompson, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs. Here's Karuch, and that one good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
From deep. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Here's LeVert. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
You know, it's obvious why LeVert's teammates love him, because this is a guy who makes an impact on both ends.
Windler's shot is off.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Karuch passes to Allen. Over Thompson. Got that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Allen.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there. You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Guys, it's their hard work inside that has them out in front, but they can't let off now. They've got to keep it going.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And stolen by Sexton. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Osman. Again, the Cavaliers score. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And that one falls for Allen.
Well, you know, you look at the raw athleticism of Allen, very enticing. I mean, he's a quick-footed, shot-blocking, big guy. He's got a great future in this league, in my opinion.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Thompson. Harris is checked in for the Nets. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Sexton. Here's Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight. Nets trail by 9. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound Love. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Sexton the pass to Garland. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Allen, that's good.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And here's Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Second chance shot, and Love finishes off inside. Love's got 4 points in the quarter.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Cavaliers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And after losing the first of this 4-game series, they've gotten their revenge here tonight, guys, evening things up 1 apiece with 2 left to play against the Nets.
Stolen by LeVert. Here's Thomas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Andre Drummond picks one up. First free throw is good. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
To the right side. From 18 feet away, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, I tell you what, the jump shot of Anderson continues to improve. I love seeing him pull up from here.
Pass to Bell. Back to Exum. He kicks it to Dellavedova. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound. Bell, that's tipped. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
Come on, man. We had to really show this. Wait, no! Ah! How much does ankle tape cost? How much VC? But on a serious note, thank you.
We come to you tonight from the shores of Lake Erie as the streets. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Indiana. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And checking out Cleveland. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And seeing where Indiana is, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed. Boy, big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry. obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016, LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, guys, if Love doesn't finish a play inside, there's a high chance he's still going to find his way to the free throw line.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doors changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
And Oladipo kicks to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Brogdon the pass to Oladipo. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. The pass to Osman. Cleveland moving the ball around. Drummond with it. There's the dish to Garland. Looking for Sexton. He gets it there. Kicks to Garland. Takes a 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
To the inside. Warren. Holiday dishes to Warren. Here's Turner. No good off the back of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Osman, the pass to Drummond. Here's Sexton. Pass to Love. And it's blocked.
Boy, T.J. Warren showing some activity on the defensive end. Great timing on that block.
To the middle. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
To the paint. No one near Turner as he lets it go. True on the 14-footer.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Sexton kicks to Drummond. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Garland dishes to Porter, and it's sent back by Turner. And they get it back, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Putting up about 18 points per, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Stolen by Garland. Windler, the pass to Porter. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And Warren the bucket on the assist by McConnell.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And Cleveland with another turnover here. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, Greg, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Nance passes to Thompson. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Sumner gets it to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Garland kicks to Porter. Shoots it. That one wide left.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And so it's Indiana. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
They get it again. Thompson comes up empty down low.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Pass to Sumner and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. You take a look at Porter. Deadly on the stripe. Someone you do not want to foul.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Osman's checked in. The Pacers also with the sub. Justin Holiday's checked in for McDermott. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for T.J. McConnell.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Here's Windler. No points in the game yet for him. Thompson dishes to Nance. Goes back up. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut to just 5 points in the basket from Thompson.
Well, that's a prime example of why Tristan Thompson is considered one of the best offensive rebounders in the game right now.
And so Indiana again turning it over.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Brogdon kicks to Sampson. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
Cavaliers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Here's Turner. Cavaliers with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Sexton. The shot comes out, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
And he's not passing the ball as well this month. If you look at his numbers from earlier in the season, he's not seeing the court as well. It may be a little too focused on creating his own shot than orchestrating for the guys around him.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Indiana. Oladipo comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Pacers also making a change. McDermott's checked in. Love kicks to Drummond. Back to Love. A second chance effort. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Warren. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Turner passes to McDermott. Back to Oladipo. 6 on the shot clock. Turner, the bounce pass. Holiday finds Warren over Love. Indiana again missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
He rifled that one in from distance. Sexton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Holiday goes in. Got a hand on it. Pass to Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. Inside. Drummond. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Warren dishes to McDermott. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Sexton. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. The shot by Holiday, no good. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Windler, the pass to Love. Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Holiday. Sexton dishes to Drummond. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Checking out Cleveland. Kenny, what did you see from them?
You have to love a team.
And that'll do.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pacers shooting reasonably well, 45%.
I think the Indiana Pacers, as an organization, a team that tries to grow its own superstars. Miles Turner, certainly a guy in that conversation. The 11th pick back in 2015, he has gotten better every single year.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. And it's Holiday in at the 3 side. And stolen by Love. Banked in off the glass. Love's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
Well, I think it's always solid execution to get Kevin Love a look on the interior. This guy can score in so many different ways in that space.
And Doris, you look at Turner's impact. It's definitely at both ends of the floor.
No doubt, Kev. Turner was the league leader in blocks last season. He became a much more efficient three-point shooter. And now, all of a sudden, he's becoming a better facilitator out of the post. Just great development.
There's the pass to Turner. Now Brogdon. Defended by Sexton. Back to Oladipo. 4 on the shot clock. Puts it up. Cavaliers with the rebound. Sexton kicks to Love. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation for the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Porter subbed in for Colin Sexton. The Pacers also changing it up. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Justin Holiday. Edmund Sumner comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Osman, the pass to Nance. Back to Osman. Fires from deep. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 3. And Warren, here we go. The quick look, no good that time.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Down low, Thompson. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded closely. Sampson kicks to McConnell. Pass to Sumner. Here's Sampson. From deep. Good D by Thompson. And the stretch center in demand for Miles Turner. Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded closely. Passes it to Sumner. Here's Sampson, guarded by Porter. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Wants to get it to McConnell and does. Outside Turner. From deep 3-point range, but they get it back. Sumner passes to Sampson. Doesn't go that time.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
From deep. Offensive rebound Pacers. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Cleveland with another turnover here. Now it's set back and look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The real stats, the real score from the real NBA. The Pacers in 5th.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. TJ Leaf comes in for Miles Turner, and it's Doug McDermott in for TJ Warren. McConnell passes to Sumner. Here's Sampson. From deep 3-point range, Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
I'll tell you, they're trying to cut into this lead, but he has not hit one this period.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Pass to Sumner, back to McConnell, from deep, and it's a foul. It's called on TJ Leaf. That is his first foul of the game. Sexton kicks to Porter. Drummond passes to Love, and it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Pass to Windler. It's stolen by Oladipo. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They played the better game so far. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Porter, Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Windler in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game. Drummond finds Sexton. Cleveland moving it around. Outside Porter. And the pass to Drummond. Shot clock at 5. And he drops it in from the low post. Windler's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Holiday with the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The offensive rebound, and that one's good. Drummond.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Now here is Holiday. D right on him. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
On the wing, Holiday. It's tipped. Pass to Holiday. It's Oladipo on the wing. Leave kicks to Holiday. 4 on the clock. Launches a 3. Again, Holiday missing.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Porter. And no good. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Holiday, the pass to Leaf. Back to Holiday. Pass to McDermott. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for TJ Leaf. Warren comes in for McDermott. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Aaron Holiday. To the inside. Here's Drummond. That's short off the rim.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Oladipo outside. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Stolen by Brogdon. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Warren with the ball.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
1:51 left to play here in the fourth. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's foul number 2 for him. Wes, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Cavaliers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Love.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Bell is checked in for Love. Dante Exum comes in for Colin Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland.
Well, get it inside to a quality score and let this guy do his thing.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. The rebound by Johnson.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Zizic has checked in for Drummond.
You know, the Australian Dante Exum, to me, Kev, has an enviable skill set. He's 6'6", and he has the potential to be special at the point guard.
Exum hits them both. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Sumner, and the powerful one-handed slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. To the paint.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And here's Bell. Osman, the pass to Zizic. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some good luck, David. Thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
To our amazing community for submitting your top plays all
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. DAJ.
Well,
it can be a circus. David Banks. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Orlando. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, Cleveland. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Ennis, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at center. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Stolen by Bamba. Augustine with it. Garland picks him up. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Down low. Love. Pass to Sexton. That falls. Big assist by Love.
Yeah, Love can scan the floor. He's always looking for the late cutter and patient with that decision.
Ennis passes to Fournier. And yes, it's good.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Passes to Garland. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. It's stolen by Vucevic. It's tipped. Here's Fournier. Again, the Magic score.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Osman, the pass to Drummond. A beautiful reverse layup.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Ennis passes to Bamba. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
Inside, there's Garland. Count that one.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now here's Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Here's Augustine, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat. And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Well, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Porter passes to Windler. Back to Porter. Feeds to Thompson. Man's trying to break loose. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Porter.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The Magic have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Kem Birch is checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Thompson dishes to Garland. Second shot opportunity. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got his second basket.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
On the wing, Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And Thompson sends it back. And the foul on Kem Birch. That is his first foul of the game. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Bamba. The pass to Windler. Dishes it to Thompson. Kicks it to Garland. Here is Porter. Out to the wing. Here's Garland. Clock at 6. There's the triple. And another three for Cleveland.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Birch's shot's good.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Birch has got his second bucket tonight.
Unblockable shot unless they get a bigger man on him. And I'm looking at the roster sheet, Kevin. I don't see anybody bigger.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Here are the Magic now, following the score by Cleveland. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
You know, you gotta love the muscle that Fultz possesses. Taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Nice shot by Thompson.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Magic leading by 3. Pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Nance. Thompson right side. There's Garland. The putback, and Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Nance against Gordon. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The feed to Nance. The kick out to Porter. And he hits it to tie the game up. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Kem Birch. Evan Fournier comes in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter-Williams. Ross for 3. He's off on that one. And Cleveland will come the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. It's tipped. They retain possession. To the middle. And Nance kicks to Sexton. Cleveland moving the ball around. Nance passes to Thompson. Shoots over Vucevic. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Nance. Well, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in half-court set this year?
still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's that he has an idea of, after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days, years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Porter. He's got 8. Bounce pass from Drummond. Sexton with it. Defended now by Fournier. Osman kicks to Sexton. Stolen by Bamba. Here's Ennis. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And it's in there. Osman's got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Sexton over to help. Back to Augustine. He kicks to Vucevic. Over Drummond. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fournier in the corner. Porter pulls it in. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 15-6 run. Sexton the pass to Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Fournier finds Augustine. From downtown, Cavaliers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with the loss. They put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
Here's Osman. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Osman's got 6 here in this quarter.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to cope.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA. What a game it has been for Tristan Thompson. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds. And
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Guys, so far we're seeing a tremendous game from Tristan Thompson so far.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And so in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Ennis out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. 5 to shoot. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Fournier. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. And foul on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Ennis. And a miss there on the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Left side, Love. Pass to Osman. Back to Love. Missed inside.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Osman. He's got 6. Augustine with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Fournier shooting. And now, yep, this will be a Chargers challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Gordon, the pass to Ross. And the jam by Ross.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. Thompson dishes to Nance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league, and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess. But really, Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Here's Windler. And another miss by Cleveland.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
The Magic have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Porter's checked in for Garland. The Magic also changing it up. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Markelle Fultz comes in for Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Gordon. Here's Augustine. It's deflected.
How about Sexton getting in there? Great timing from the guard.
Back to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Fultz, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Fultz.
And the explosiveness of Fultz really is incredible. Just he's effortless in terms of getting where he wants on the court.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Ennis comes in for Ross. Nance passes to Porter. Here's Windler. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Windler's got 5 points in the quarter. The Magic trail by 8. Here's Augustine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Porter dishes to Drummond. Back to Porter. Passes it to Windler. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists in the game. Magic have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And there's the pass to Bamba. He feeds it to Fultz. That one goes in. Fultz has got 8 points.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Vucevic, the pass to Bamba. Sexton grabs the board.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Ennis passes to Fultz. Nice D from Porter. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Cavaliers lead by 6. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Sexton is out there with Porter, and it's Drummond in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And here's Fultz. Out to the right wing. Here's Ennis. And it's off from three-point range. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Garland, he's checked in for Sexton. Here's Osman. He dishes it to Love. Kicks it to Drummond. Back to Love. Feeds it to Drummond. Stolen by Bamba. Pass to Fultz. And that one goes long.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Ross. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The first free throw is good. Orlando making some changes. Evan Fournier is checked in for Ennis, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Cleveland leading by 6. There's the feed to Drummond. Shakes him. He lays it in.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
It's Porter outside. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Down low, here's Augustine, and it's blocked. Here's Osman. Inside, Porter. And denied And he sends it right off the glass. Here's Ross. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. The Magic trail by 4. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Magic shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Ross on the wing. Basket counts. Ross has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Kevin Love getting a little clever out there. Fantastic to get the D to bite on that pump fake.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Tristan Thompson.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Ennis kicks to Bamba. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
He's showing he wants to be the man. Bamba has the hunger to step up in those big moments.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to Drummond. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter.
Got to be cautious around Sexton. He's very good at seeking out contact and did it there.
Shooting for Cleveland.
That's the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. He gets that one.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Osman. To the inside. Here's Love. He kicks it to Drummond. Vucevic with the block. Now here's Ross. Defended by Sexton. And that one drops.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Passes it to Osman. Here's Garland. And another miss by Cleveland. Yes!
And Kevin Love, no stranger having the ball when it's tight like this. Terrific at stepping up.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Bamba kicks to Ross. Garland with the rebound. Vucevic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
12 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
At the line.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Now, Sexton understands what's at stake for him So the passion that he brings to the court on a nightly basis has to be there.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Well, you could bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that 3.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 3. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, GA. Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Here's Augustine. He's off from 3. And so they foul intentionally.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Jimmy.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final second.